Take us back to that first moment where you discovered that Alfie suffered from this rare form of epilepsy.
He was 8 months old, and I was awoken at midnight to a scream, and I found him in his cot having a very big tonic-clonic seizure, which was horrendously frightening. We thought it might be a febrile convulsion because he was very, very hot, so my partner and I literally just put him in the car and drove him straight to A&E. But it was very obvious very quickly that it wasn't just one seizure. He was having them over and over and over again, and they were getting worse, and he was going purple, not breathing, and it was just, you know, very frightening. They followed the normal protocol as hospitals do when you present with a particular condition. They follow a protocol, and he just wasn't getting better. So in the end, he was put on a life support machine and taken. In the end, we had 2 hospital visits to other places that they couldn't help us. We went to Great Ormond Street, and they basically said to us that he might not make it because he was on 9 anti-epileptics at that point and just seizing, but that they would try intravenous steroids, which actually worked. And we got sent home, and then he carried on having very severe clusters of seizures every 8 months until he turned 4. And then when he was 4, it was every 3 weeks. And then when he turned 5, it was every 4 to 10 days we were in A&E.
And is that when you found out that the type of epilepsy that he has is extremely rare?
Yeah, he got diagnosed when he was 5 with a condition called PCDH19, which is on the X chromosome. Without going too into depth, it only affects girls usually, so there's only 9 boys in the world with Alfie's condition, and they've all got different mutations on the gene, so he's unique. So they didn't know how to treat him other than all we knew is that intravenous steroids stopped the very aggressive seizures he was having, but they are extremely dangerous to use.
How did you find out about cannabis? What led you to try it out?
I'd seen a bit on Facebook on some of my groups about cannabis, and then I joined the PCDH19 support group, and there were some people in America having great results with using medicinal cannabis for their children, and I just immersed myself in learning because I wanted to be an informed parent. I didn't want to do anything silly, and I wanted to know. So I just asked people, I spoke to parents, I did lots and lots of research online, and it just kept coming up as a safe and effective.
Well.
I've spoken to Callie at length before about her story and what happened to her, and obviously I have so much respect for what she did, but I didn't want to do this illegally because I was frightened to lose my child. And obviously Callie only came out when Darren was old enough that she knew that wasn't a risk. And
it's legal for him to take
exactly, so it's fine. So I
you
wanted
ended
to
up
do
raising,
it legally.
just because I'm aware of time, and it's so important for us to get your full story out. You ended up raising an awful lot of money, very necessary money, to take you to the Netherlands, where the oil is legal. What difference did you see in his seizures and his behaviour?
Well, it was very quick. I mean, we got advice from our doctor in the UK because we didn't want to go without support from the UK. So he said, his words were, you have no choice, because he knew that there was nothing else that could be done other than steroids and that they would eventually do very bad damage to him. So we found a paediatric neurologist at a children's hospital. We went there, she prescribed the medicine, which is made by a company as a pharmaceutical grade medicine. We went to the pharmacy, we picked it up, and within 6 weeks he was having, 1 seizure a month. It was just
I did a
amazing.
series called Gone to Pot, and I went to America and saw how the cannabis is grown over there and medicinally how many people it's helped. There was a little girl very similar to Alfie that was having like up to 200 seizures a day, and once she started taking the cannabis oil, the seizures dropped and she was hardly having any. I mean, the effects that it can have.
It's amazing.
I mean, medicinal cannabis obviously is not the same as what people are buying on street.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you can buy in health shops and online cannabis oil, but it's not this cannabis
If someone sends me a message saying you can buy it in Holland and Barrett again, I'm going to go mad.
No,
because that's the thing. That's an isolated cannabinoid,
So they've isolated the stuff that's on sale in health food shops.
It's an isolated cannabinoid, which is CBD, and it's usually made from hemp as well, so it's completely different.
So that is being researched at the moment for joint relief and to help
and that's
alleviate
the thing, it can be
pain.
amazing for some people,
But the kind of cannabis that the other element, the THC, which you got in the Netherlands, is illegal here, and the government are really dragging their feet about legalising it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a really important discussion about education here. There's a lot of people that mix up recreational use and medical use. When you're using a few drops of THC a day, You know, the drugs that my son is on, antiepileptics, steroids, they will make him psychotic. They will make him mentally ill. 3 drops of THC a day.
Is that all it takes? Is 3 drops of THC?
That's all he was on. He was on a big dose of CBD, which.
So he's not stoned. I mean, people think he's taking that and he'll be stoned. It calms him down.
It binds to the receptors in your brain, and it makes your seizure threshold be a lot higher. That's basically how it works in a nutshell.
And you don't worry about any of the side effects that the government say could come from taking THC?
I worry a lot more about the drugs that he's on at the moment that will kill him or make him psychotic. Yes, I worry a lot more about that than 3 drops of THC a day.
You've gone to Downing Street, you've presented a petition. How optimistic are you? Because at the moment, the Home Office is saying this is a drug that needs more testing and they're
the only way that this drug will get more testing is if we reschedule it, because at the moment pharmaceutical companies can't do research into it because it's so, well, it's very, very difficult. There is one company doing it, but it's very, very difficult to do research into a Schedule 1 drug. So that needs to change possibly. But I am confident. We've met with the Home Office. They have understood that Alfie is unique.
And Alfie's doctors agree.
Our doctors are very supportive.
Some MPs have been very supportive.
We've got a lot of... we've been working with End Our Pain, who've been amazing. They've got 71 MPs that are supporting them. You know, there's a lot of support out there because people realise that this medicine can change people's lives, and that's ultimately what we want to do, is give Alfie the
Hannah,
best
we've run out
life
of time
possible.
just for now, but thank you for putting your case forward.